Hi, Chris here from Stay Off Grid. Hopefully it's not too windy up here that you can't hear me, or you know that noise, crackling noise, isn't happening. I'm out here having a look at this my little lawnmower. So this is it. So it's a Razorback mower. It's this is the model CMX 1402 all-wheel drive. It's the base model all-wheel drive. This has a 12 horsepower motor. It's a single cylinder Honda G390. The next model up, now this model that I've got cost, they're not cheap. That cost me $15,900. Now, if I was to get a John Deere, now nothing wrong with John Deere, I've had a John Deere mower before, and it was a great mower. But the top of the range John Deere is probably about 16 grand as well, and it's four-wheel drive, fair enough. The difference with this thing is that it's a lawn and vegetation mower, so it will cut down small saplings, trees and things up to 38 millimeters in diameter. Now, and it's also got a really low center of gravity, so it'll I think on their website they state 25-degree slope angle that it's fine on. That's going left and across the slope. So down the slope I reckon I can go more than that. I've gone down, geez, I've been stuck a few times as well, but I've gone down 45-degree incline, not a problem. Going down is not a problem. Here, like I said, this has a 12 horsepower motor. Now the next model up costs about 18 grand, and it's got an 18 horsepower motor. And then the top of the range is 24 grand, and it's got a 23 horsepower Vanguard V-twin, and the other motor for the 18 horsepower one is a V-twin as well, I think. Now, so between the base model that I've got and the top model, they're virtually exactly the same other than the motor, but the two top models do have toolless blade removal. I know I've got a bolt to undo, so big deal. Now, yes, but between this model and the top of the range model is $8,000. So what I'm doing with the stuff that I'm going through, I really, could do with a more powerful one, because it's nearly twice. Mine's 12, it's 23. It's nearly twice as much power. That would have been really good. But 8 grand. Yeah. Now I looked at the motors, and to buy one of those Vanguard V-twins, I can buy a brand new one for, I think it was $2,200. So if I want later on, maybe that's what I'll do, and I'll swap the motors out, because what I have found is when I get through really thick grass, but I'm talking about, I've got a paddock down near the river that's got grass growing, proper grass, green grass, but it's probably 4 foot high, and it's so thick that every now and then you've got to sort of like stop in place to clear the blades and then keep going. Whereas if I had the full power, it wouldn't bother it. I will go around a little bit more. I can't show you a few details on it. With the gimbal, it's a bit hard. I don't know how to use it properly, so I can hear the chickens are around. The chickens, wherever I am, they're never that far to be found, because they'll walk around here everywhere all day. They've got 10 acres to walk around on, but if I'm out here, they're never far by my side. Far from my side. Alright, so this thing has got, oh yeah, I'm working this gimbal out. This thing has got mechanical drive shafts. and a mechanical shaft to run the mower deck. Now it is designed so that it's got what they call fuse points. If if you go over something and if you break something, the thing is that, well, I haven't broken anything and it's fine, but if something does break, it's more than likely the fuse points, which are designed to break. So instead of breaking an inexpensive part, it's got shear pins that'll break. So you can replace them, and it's only going to cost you a couple of dollars for the shear pins, which is a really great idea. Now, I've hit rocks, logs, big rocks, and it hasn't broken anything. So okay, so here is your drive pedal, accelerator. Now I just push it, obviously forward is forward. Now there is a reverse one here. I actually just drive it, I'll just put my toes under it. You've got little foot pedal things here, but I mean, I don't use them. My feet don't even reach there. There is all adjustment for the steering wheel. You can pull this bit here, and then you can raise that up and down. I have it pretty much up. And the seat's got adjustment. Never adjusted it, so I don't know how it works. Okay, so here we have two-wheel drive and all-wheel drive. Start button. Down here is a red lever that pull that up, that engages the mower drive, or the deck. That I just showed, which is the steering. Then you have a choke. Pull the choke all the way up. It's got, if this is all the way up, that's turtle. We want to put it on hare or rabbit, I don't know. And you run it on rabbit all the time. That way the revs are up for the deck, and you just control it by your foot as far as how fast you're going or whatever. I have to get rid of that footage. Bit jerky, Chris. Okay, this here is your diff lock, rear diff lock. Now that is what you use when you get stuck, or you can just have it on all the time. I tend to just put it on when I get stuck. So diff lock on, and then all of a sudden you're not stuck anymore. The brake, which like I said, you don't use the brake. All you use it for is a park brake. That's down at the moment all the way. It's got a little lever here to keep it down. We've got low, neutral and high. I pretty much drive in high, especially if I'm just driving around the property to get to places. Ow! The chicken just pecked my foot. Little bastard. Yeah, two-wheel drive is the fastest way to get around, and in high. You got lights, an hours meter. Okay, now over here we have the, there you go, chicken, what do you want, mate? You're just coming to have a look. You're sticky beak, aren't you? Sticky beak. If there's something shiny, I'll have a go at it, I reckon. Anything. They'll just peck anything, especially shiny things. I had a cigarette lighter in my hand, and he's going for the spider webs, that's good. Cigarette lighter in my hand, and he just pecked the shiny part of it. So this is your this is the deck height adjustment. I run in 150mm all the time now at the moment, because it's my first go through of everything, and that's the I'll have a go at this chicken with you. What's he doing? What are you doing, mate? Where are you driving it? You're on the brake. You're on the brake, mate. Where are you going to go now? Bok bok, back where you come. Alright, well, that's enough of you. I'm trying to make a video here. Yeah, so I keep it at 150, and then for the bits and then next time where I go through, I normally go. No, I can't even move that. You want me to start up and go driving, bird, or what? You gonna just sit there? What's this? Alright, I'll turn it off. Crazy chickens. I think from here it makes it easier to move this. Yeah, so I go down to about 90 for all the parts where I've already done, and I know that there's no rocks and things. You also have control here where you can just put it, instead of using the foot pedal to control it, you can control this, so which is good that you can sit it there and it'll just keep driving, but you got to remember that you've got to get your hand back there if you run into anything, so I don't use that. Reverse and forward, it's got both. What do you want, mate? What do you want? What are you going to peck this now? Are you? What? Don't peck my fingers. Anyway, he's having fun. What else can I tell you about this? I always keep a thing of fuel down here, because if I run out down the other end of the property, it's a long walk back. It's not a bad fuel tank, size fuel tank on it. You got a little puller there in case your battery's dead. I've got my little whatever they're called, I can't remember what they're called. Anyway, that's to cut lantana. I have discovered what lantana is. It's very prickly and you don't want to drive through it and rub it down your leg, I'll tell you that much. Alright, so we've got, I call this thing a tractor because it's got tractor wheels, mate, you know. Yeah, it's got tractor wheels. It's got a hitch. That doesn't come with it, you've got to buy that extra. Now I bought a what do you want, mate? You're into everything, aren't you? What? Go away, please. If you peck my finger. So I bought a winch for this. I was going to mount it on that hitch because it will mount like that. It's designed to mount on a hitch like that. However, then I can't tow, and I want to be able to tow the trailer at the same time. So then I've gone on the site and I found that they've got a winch that bolts into those 4 bolts, and then the winch sits about here, up there, but then it's got a hitch off the back of the winch. So I've ordered one of those, and the other winch that cost me 120 bucks, I'll try and find something else out to use that for. At least it was cheap. Okay, so at the front, this doesn't have a usual sort of diff thing. It's got this mechanical drive that sits up high and then comes down at a 90-degree angle. Don't ask me how that works, but it works. You can, with one hand, get me toes under there. Stay there. Alright, so you can lift the sides up, which will allow it to clear more stuff. I don't really ever have it up. I've used it, done it, but it didn't make any difference to me from what I thought, so I just have it down all the time. You can also one hand. Well, that doesn't go down. Here's the tyre. I thought that would have opened up more, but anyway, this way you can get to the blades. There's your Hirosaki blades, which are done in a fashion kind of like Damascus steel, forged and folded, and if you see, that's pretty much square. That one was like that, so I've rounded this one off, hidden rocks. It's time to fix those up. You just use a grinder with a flappy paddle disc on it. You don't want to use a normal grinding disc, it'll heat it up, it'll weaken the steel. So the flappy paddle doesn't put any weight into it, heat into it. Now by the look of it, I can just switch these over the other way. So that's the cutting edge there. This is a nice edge, you can't see it, but I can feel it. I can probably just swap those around the other way and I'll have new blades. Alright, got that hat off. It's getting a bit hot under there. It gets a bit hot and more hair falls out, you know, so I'll just take that hat off. Hopefully that was a good little run around, explain the mower bit. Let's see it do what it does. I'm Star Off Grid. Alright, I'm down here on my second lot, and bit of land reclamation today. I've got an easement where the power lines come through, and this whole block is, you know, it's a lot of scrub. But you got to remember, your $1 million farms that are all beautiful, they didn't start like that. Okay, so you know, I've only got 2 chickens so far, but I want to get some goats and some pigs, and the goats will clean and the pigs will reclaim a lot of this forest. I'll get rid of all the little shrubs and that on the ground, just leave the nice big gum trees, you know. And but I want to have a little bit of a paddock for them in the first place. So I'm out here today with the Razorback Mower, and I'm going to clear this easement area. Alright, so you have a look there now. That looks like, I've had backyards when I lived in the city that weren't that good. That's just one mow, you know. I do that a couple of times and you start seeing the nice green grass start coming up. It'll eventually, it'll turn into great lawn. It's just, you just have to keep mowing it, that's all. And I've noticed in the other paddock that I've already done, which is part of an easement, the easement as well, easiest place for me to clear out because there's no trees in it, there's just scrub, you know, of grasses, and you know, there's things growing now, but easy places for me to start. That's the easements have become where my paddocks are to begin with. I've got two paddocks now, and we'll work on the rest once we get the goats and go through the scrub with the goats and the pigs. The pigs do the low, and then the goats will come through and do all the high stuff. But having a look at it, you know, that's pretty good for the first mowing. I think it looks good already.